Hey everyone, it's Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I am here for a live for Trinket Tuesday. If you are not familiar with Trinket Tuesday, it is a open collab that I created for people to join in and show off their little trinkets, make trinkets, show their collections, show their tiny treasures, how they display them throughout the year, or if you have anything favorite from when you were a kid that you like to collect or anything like that. And I am today going to do a little trinket to put in the Prairie Girl journals that I am making, which is another open collab called Prairie Girls Gather, and it is a open collab I'm doing with the Traveling Crafter and Crinkled Path. So if you love all things Prairie Girls, Little House on the Prairie, Holly Hobby, Sunbonnet Girls, the Ginghams, things like that, you are more than welcome to join along. I have a playlist on my channel, and we have done 2 lives so far, and we are going live on Mondays at 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. And I would love to have you join us in for the fun. I'd like to welcome any replay viewers that are here. Thank you for staying and watching. I hope you hang out till the end. And if you are not a follower, I would hope that you would subscribe and like and hit the notification bell for when I go live. That would be awesome. I would appreciate it. And if you are here for the live, feel free to join in on the chat. There will be an interactive chat going on while I'm here. You can ask me questions while I am working. And yeah, I think that's about it. I just want you to know that there is a lag. I am on a separate streaming platform other than YouTube. So there may be a lag if you are watching from YouTube within the chat and the time I get back with you for the answer. So I just want you to be aware that there is a lag if you are watching, or there may be a lag. You may need to refresh if there is a long lag. And so let's get going. Some things you're going to need for today's trinkets. You don't have to do a Prairie Girl theme, but I'm doing a Prairie Girl theme. But if you love vintage items and you love making some, like a little bit of jewelry or something like that, it's kind of what we're going to make. So I pulled, my friend Angela sent me this Laura Ingalls Wilder and author story because I'm going to do my journal is the Little House on the Prairie journal. So I want to make a trinket for my journal. And what we're going to make are some pendants or lockets. So she has like this ribbon pendant on her blouse, and I wanted to make a ribbon pendant for my journal. So we're going to be doing that, and I'm going to use often they would use photos of loved ones. So that is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use a photo out of this book, and I found Carrie, Mary, and Laura all right here, and I think this is a really good size. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. Some other items you can use are, besides like photos out of magazines or books, old books or anything like that, you can use printables. Angela made a set of printables over on her coffee website, and they are all like kind of Prairie Girls, Hobby Holly-esque. And so I did, there were some tiny little images on there, so I can work out of that if I want to. Some other items you could get are some little botanical stickers. Those are another nice item that you could use for this project. And then you want to have some chipboard available if you are using stickers, and you're not going to be using what I'm using as a backdrop. So I have these metal medallions. I got these like years ago from Fab Scraps. I don't even know if they're still around. It was an Australian company. But if you have any kind of little round medallion of any sort, that would be perfect. If you don't want to pop a hole in these, you can attach what is called a jewelry bail. It is this little flat backed item. Let's see if it'll focus in on there. And then you will adhere this to the back of whatever you are using. Another item that you could use, you could just automatically just start out with something that's already done. These you can get at any craft store. They are flat back medallion, and then it may have an image in here with some kind of resin or an epoxy on here. So that is ready made. So you will be able to decorate this or just use it as is. Some other things you could use that are circular are these, like these actually went around, I guess, on some jeans or a denim jacket or something that I had salvaged years ago, but it's round. It would make a cute pendant. So you could just put it, if you had a small enough figure that you wanted to go around, you could, like, she's pretty tiny. I could put her in, like, just her head in there like that. You're just going to use it like a frame. Let's see what else I have here. I also have some broken jewelry, broken rhinestone jewelry. I have, which is really nice to add. I also have some of this rhinestone, tiny rhinestone trim. You can, if you don't have any of that, you can bead on a wire, which I did, and I did it in a circle, so the same size as my medallion. And if I wanted to frame it with beads, I could, and that was just really easy. I used some, let's see, 24 yards of 21.9, but it doesn't say what the gauge is. I apologize. It's probably 22 gauge, 24 gauge, something like that. Anyway, it has to be kind of bendable and thin enough to go through a seed bead, which is what I used. And this was all harvested from a necklace that I bought, and I just put it in this tube. And then I strung the tiny little seed beads on a wire, and then I just wrapped it to close it and make the circle. So you can use that. You can use any other little kind of glass bead or beads that you want, because we're just going to start out with a frame. So the other thing you'll need is, I have some grain ribbon. I have some lace, and I also have, because I'm working on a Little House on the Prairie Christmas journal, I have some velvet ribbon. This, I believe, just came from, Target, and I got it back in 2020, so I don't know if they have it. After Christmas is a great time to go and get velvet trim if you ever need any, or during the Christmas season. You will need a punch if you're going to be punching out. You're going to need it the same size as your medallion, or you can trace around the medallion and then cut it out a little bit smaller so it sits down in there. Mine are 1 1/4 inches, and then for my stickers, I'm using a 1 3/4 inch round. If you don't have punches, you can just use something like the bottom of a jar would work, or glue or whatever works. Anything that'll give you a circle, the size that you want. You will also need some pin backs. So these are just, you glue them on. You can put them onto anything. And mine actually have a little area right here that I could hang a dangle off of if I wanted to, but you don't necessarily need that. Again, with a wire tool, you can just snap that off if you don't want that. But this was a pack that I probably picked up at the thrift store or an estate sale or something like that, because yes, that's pretty much where I gather my things from. So I think you can, and if you, like I said, for dangles, I'm just using some broken jewelry. I've got some little metal bits. I don't even know actually what these are from. They were just in my stash. So anything that you have with a hole that can be dangled or added to is perfect for this project. So start to kind of go through your craft stash. You don't need necessarily vintage. You can also make it look old with alcohol ink. That's another thing. So if you want something that is a little more tarnished, you can change the silver color by adding a little alcohol ink to it, or you could spray it with some spray paint and you could totally make it a different color. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Hi, Sandra. How are you? Nice to have you here. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're going to play along. So I'm first going to, I know that my medallions will fit the 1 1/4. If you're going to use a sticker, you don't have any kind of metal medallion, you can use a nice thick chipboard, trace the circle. I think that mine will punch through. Let me see. Pretty. If it doesn't, it'll at least make a crease in it where then I have something to cut around. And I'm just going to, because I'm going to show you how to do both if you don't have a metal medallion. And then you can just use a chipboard piece, circle, and it's still, and if you're not great at cutting around, you can use like if you're not really good at cutting a circle, you can use a sandpaper to get the edge, looking a little bit nicer. So we are going to do that like that. And then what I'm going to do there is I am going to go in and grab myself a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to line the back in case I see the back. So I just punch it out in the same hole. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some art glitter glue or any kind of glue, Elmer's glue, anything. And you're just going to go ahead and glue this onto the chipboard. And we're going to let that sit for a second and let it set up. So you have that there. And I'm going to set that aside. And then I was on that one going to use a sticker. Okay, am I the only one that has a hard time getting this pin in there? All right, I'm going to use one of these butterfly stickers because I'm making 3 Little House on the Prairie, but I've got some other ones that I'm working on. So I'm just using this botanical sticker, and the circle that it's already in is too big, I know, for the pendant that I want to make. And so I just punch it and make the sticker smaller. So we are going to peel this off if I can. Are you crafting today, Sandra? What are you up to? Seriously? Why is this not lifting? You know what? If I wanted the sticker to come off, if I didn't want the sticker to come off, oh, it's like stuck on there. I'm actually peeling the sticker. Well, let's see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and put it on this side now. I know it's a sticker, but let's go ahead and glue it down. And then I'll maybe easier once it's glued down to get it off. I can use a pin to pull it. Are you working in your studio or anything? Okay, so there's that. And then on the edge, if you don't want to see that part, you can take an ink pad and go around it, or paint, or a paint pen, which I'm going to grab. I've got a gold paint pen. That's silver in here. I've got a gold paint pen. That'll work. Oh, you're working on Halloween packages. Oh, for all your grandkids, your grandnieces, nephews. Oh my goodness. Wow. How many grandchildren, grandnieces, and nephews do you have? A lot? I'm just going to run my paint pen around the edge just so that I don't see that white edge there. Alrighty. And then I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to take, oh, do I want to use this little, maybe this is a pretty big one. I can use this bigger round. Let me see. All right. And this one, I'm just going to use some, I don't know that I'm going to use, I'm going to use this Quick Grip. It's a contact cement. It is by Beacon. It's water and weatherproof, and it grabs super fast. Let's see if it's open here. Or I could use E6000 if I can't get this open. 28. Oh my goodness. I have a couple of extra little add-on children also. That's funny. Wow, that's a lot. That's great. You're really blessed. Oh no, you're going to, oh, that's fun. Oh my gosh, we used to do murder mystery dinners back in the 80s. Kids are still doing that? That's so funny. That's so 1980s. It was like mid 80s. We used to do those. That is funny. I remember doing it as a young married. Everybody came dressed up and had their parts to play. It was fun. Okay, why am I having such a hard time? Let's see, do I have a pokey tool here? Yeah. Oh, that's going to be great. You're going to have so much fun. That'll be fun. Have you ever done one before? Or is this your first one? And then I won't ask you any more questions because I know you're trying to get your stuff done. So, whoops. Let's see what happened here. Why is this not coming out? Oh, there it goes. All right. Let's see. I need a little towel. Oh, it's funny. Yeah, it's not for shy people because you definitely have to, participate and do your part. I remember we had one lady that came, one of our friends, and she did not even understand anything of how to do it, or I'm like, okay, you're just playing a part. It's not a big deal. And this, we just have to figure out who did it. It was pretty funny because she just was not during the whole thing, she still didn't get what was happening. Oh my goodness, this is like what? Maybe I will use glossy accents. Well, I have a little bit on here. I don't want to struggle with this right now, to be honest with you. So I'm going to get it started with this. Oh, you're going to watch YouTube, try to get a German accent down. My character. Oh, you're a doctor. Uh-oh, you're going to have like technical, what is going on here? You're going to have technical dialogue to know, right? And that's a hard part. And you have to have an accent. So not only do you have to know like doctor lingo, but then you're going to have to know You're going to have your accent, but it's going to be so much fun. Are you doing like a potluck, or is there dinner involved? I had dinner. I had all the like different courses, and because the one that we did, the murder mystery we did, had a butler, so I had the whole service for dinner being served, and it was so much fun. So I'm just putting a bead of this around on here on the circle. And then I'm going to go and put this around here. And to be honest, I probably need a clamp. So hold 1 second. Let me see. Clamps. I do. Because I think it's okay. Let's see. Because I'm using glossy accents, it takes a while to set up. So I think clamping it on here, and it doesn't matter if the glossy accents gets on the sticker, because I am going to, there it goes, I'm gonna fill it in with the glossy accents. So there's that. You could use resin if you're a resin artist. It is a theme, and the mom is making hors d'oeuvres and mocktails. That's funny. Hi, Hazel. Oh my gosh. Hazel sent me the most beautiful picture of where she is right now. I am so jealous. I want to go there. It's been on my bucket list to come and visit. Oh my gosh. Yes. It's beautiful, Hazel, where you are right now. Just stunning. Just stunning. All right, I need my wire snips, because I probably should have measured this and cut it instead of sticking it on here and then, but I'm just going to wire snip right there. Did I do enough? Nope, I gotta do one more. All right. And then that's going to go on. The thing about glossy accents is that it does take quite a while to set up. That's the thing about glossy accents. All right, I don't know why this is wanting to turn inward instead of sit flat. It's sitting flat there. Okay, so I'm just gonna clamp it down like so. Turn that flat. There we go. Yeah, it is. It is stunning. Oh my goodness. It looks cold though. Is it cold there because there was snow up in the mountains? It looks cold. Okay, it's starting to grab. It's starting to grab. Got this one little area that is being a booger. There we go. Alrighty, so, oops. Yeah, definitely need to clamp. There. All right, I'm going to set that aside. That's going to take a while to dry, but that just gave you a little option if you want to use card chipboard instead if you don't have a metal medallion. If you were outside in that shot, a jacket would be wise. Yeah, it looked like you needed a jacket for sure. Okay, so I'm going to do Laura. I mean, this is Mary. That's Laura. So I'm going to, I need my punch. And like I said, I know my little medallions here are 1 1/4. I may have to cut this down so I can get her in the punch. Yeah, there she is. So I don't know if you can't see that she has a little metal, like a little metal brooch there, and I'm with a ribbon, and so I'm trying to get that same look, and that fits exactly into here, and then it will be decorated on the back. So I'm going to use a little bit of glossy accents. You don't need a whole lot. And I'm going to smush that around like that. And I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of these. So let's do one of, we'll do Carrie and Laura. So let's see, I need to, there's her. I mean, if you don't have, you can use anybody, you know, you can use photos if you have them. If you have old photos of people, you can use flowers, printables. Okay, let's stick that there. And let's do this one. Oops, I'm going to put it on here. And I'm just going to spin it around to make sure it's down really well. It doesn't matter if the glossy accents gets on here because I'm going to cover it with glossy accents when I'm done. And I think I'm going to do, I've got this little bead thing I made. I'm going to put that on that one. So I'm gonna, you could put little words on there if you wanted, like a little saying. Alrighty. I'm gonna put that around there. So if you don't have rhinestones and you have little seed beads, you can use those. Again, this needs to just sit up and stick onto there. Let's set that aside. And then I'm going to use some of this tiny little rhinestone. Let's see, I need to kind of get the size I want. And you can find this rhinestone stuff at craft stores. If you lowered my camera, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, coming down. Close your eyes. Is that better? Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. So that's what I did on that one. I'd taken some wire and strung some seed beads on it into the circle that fit on to the back of this metal round thing. But now I'm going to do this one. Round on here. I kind of want to get it cut down a little bit before I go. And you just cut and snip in between the rhinestones. The pendant bases, I don't know what these are. They were just some little round metal medallions that I had. Yeah, I don't know what they are, but I gave other choices. You could do chipboard, circles. So at the beginning, I was showing some other things you could do, like pendants that are already kind of made, these like flat back, like scrapbook little thingies, or if you have any already little rhinestone rings. These are actually off of a jacket or something. I think I cut them out of the jacket. So anything that is round. So it could be any kind of little round item. I'm taking the glossy accents. I'm just running it around here. And then I'm going to take the rhinestone and just lay it on here. Again, you can do beads all the way around. You don't even have to put the beads on wire. If you're really patient, you could probably just stick the beads down in the glue. But I'm trying to mimic what is on her. She's got a ribbon with a pendant on it, so I was trying to kind of mimic what was on Laura's necklace. A ribbon pendant. Oops, that one's a little wonky. Let's see. I think I just need to take off 2. This is definitely fiddly. If you cut any off, save them, because you could always use them as an accent on something else. Whoops. Whoopsie. And if you don't want them this shiny and you want them a little more tarnished, you can always drop some alcohol ink. Mushroom in alcohol ink is a nice color to give you kind of a tarnished vintage look. So there's that. And yes, it's got glossy accents kind of on the picture, but I'm going to fill that whole thing in with the glossy accents. So I'm okay with that. All right. And let's see, I can do another one. I'm just going to go around the edge. Drop this in there. The back of watches, like the back of a watch is perfect for this. You could probably also, if you bought from Carol Crinkle Path's sale, she sold those little cases for coins. Those would work. Anything round that is going to work. So for a base. Because once you, once you put the this around, it kind of it'll hold all the glossy accents in. Let's see, I need to just cut in between the stones. I'm gonna have to lift it up a little bit. Right there's where I want to cut it. Sorry for dropping that really loud. And then that goes. You got a little bit of time to work with the glossy accents. That's why I like it. Alrighty, so there is that one. Let's see, that's setting up pretty nice. We could probably start to work on this one. I am going to, this one's going in the Christmas one. So I'm going to put it on a ribbon like that. And I'm just going to glue it right on the ribbon. And then I'm going to use a ribbon crimp at the top, I think. So hold on one second. Got these ribbon crimp things. And I'm gonna use this color. So these are Rust Dark. They're 700 pieces, different colors, different sizes. And I don't know, I got it off of Amazon. If you just put in ribbon crimp, they'll come up. And then you want to choose one that is the size of your ribbon. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up a little bit higher on the ribbon, and I'm going to snip this with the point like so. And then I'll put her kind of there where I have a little bit of ribbon behind her. And I'm going to make, I'm going to go about there. Hey, Khadijah, how are you? Are you playing? I saw you made a thrift haul journal. I need to go and watch it. It looked like you got some fun stuff. Did you buy more fabric? Inside joke. So if you never use a ribbon crimp, there's like these little teeth right here. And then all you're going to do is sandwich the ribbon in between. And then you are going to take your pliers and you're just going to squeeze it. So you just squeeze on one side and then squeeze on the other. Don't try to go across the whole piece because you'll get a dent. But if you do one side and then the other, most likely you're not going to get a dent. So there. And then we are going to add her onto here. And if I wanted to, I could have layered. Should I have layered some of this behind? That would have been really pretty. Oh, that would have been pretty. I'm going to make another one. Let's do another one because I want to put the lace behind. This was the 1800s. They used a lot of lace back then. So when the Ingalls were around, it was in the 1890s. So, oh yeah, if you've never used them, it's a good tip there. Whoops, she fell over. All right, now I'll do something with that one for sure. So I'm just going to cut that. And I'm thinking I need to do it to the bottom too. Oops, wrong way. Yeah, I like the lace on there. The lace. Plus it'll pick up on the cream colored beads that I put around that one. I need another one of those. Now this one has a little bit wider, so I need to get a wider one than the one that I had because I want to grab most of the lace. And I think what I'm going to do is turn the lace back on itself, I think, until I get to a point, because it's kind of an open lace work, and then I will clamp it underneath it. I'm just going to center it and use my hair. Make sure it's up in there. Just grabbing both. Alrighty. So, oh no. Oh no, I pulled too hard. Oh, I didn't clamp down hard enough. All right, we're okay. I'm going to grab another one really quick. I've got 700 of these things, so we could go all day with this. Well, that wasn't very smart. Oh, goodness. Now I'm shedding because I pulled the thread. Okay, note to self, do not pull the thread on velvet ribbon because you get a velvet mess. Alrighty, let's see. I'm going to straighten that out. Maybe that was my issue. Oh, goodness. I got this red stuff everywhere now. See, this is real life right here now when you're crafting, right? Oh, there's that red thread. I guess I could kind of glue it into place first. That may help me because it's a little slippery little thing. A little slippery thing. Oh my goodness, I got this red. I need to get. I saw they have a little vacuum cleaner, desk vacuum. Has anybody ever bought it from the Dollar Tree? Oh, and also, okay, total rabbit trail. Squirrel is a we got a Daiso. We got a Daiso in the city. So I'm like 30 minutes away. I'm so excited. I miss my Daiso. The whole time I lived in Australia, I bought everything from Daiso. I love Daiso. So when I saw that we got one, we actually got it in September. And I'm like, what? How did I miss this? How did I miss this? I love Daiso. It's a Japanese store. It has like awesome stationery and yeah, it's really cool if you're not familiar with it. They have them out. The first time I had ever been to one, it was in California. Okay, now we're good. And I'm going to, oh, you know what would be pretty is to put, I've got this thing. I could do a little dangle from it. That would be so stinking cute. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Let's see. There's this weird little kink in it. Hello, Terry. How are you? So get out your broken jewelry. Definitely get your broken jewelry out. All right, let's get a one of those jump rings. And is that, are there a couple different sizes in this one? I think there are. There are that size. So this one, I think what I'll end up doing is just pinning it, or I may stitch it on a fabric page. I'm not really sure. Or, you know what? That journal is this one that it's going on, and this is fabric. So if I wanted to, I could put it like that at the top instead of doing a traditional dangle. That would be really cute. And then have that on there and just put a bulb pin. Probably what I'm going to do. All right, now I need another set of pliers. You're funny. Okay. Where is the little split in this jump ring? Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to get my glasses on. I cannot for the life of me see it. You know, and sometimes they make rings and they don't have a split, but this guy, oh, there's a split. Wow, no, there it is. That is really tight. Right there now. If you've never done a split, if you've never done a jump ring, you pull one side towards you, one side away, and that way it's really super easy to get it back the way it was, and it won't go all wonky, and it'll stay in a circle. Alrighty. I need to get it through the chain. I was working with Fabrifix yesterday, so my nails look horrible. I apologize. There's one. And wow, seriously? Is that not gonna go into that one? Wow. Bummer. Is it gonna go in there? I may have to cut off that one ring. Wow, that's a little strong one there now. Wow, okay, I can't even cut that one off. All right, seriously. All I'm doing is flattening it. It's not cutting it. Oh, there it goes. Now I got it. All right. Okie dokie. There. One. and 2. And then I'm going to hang it off of here. Like so. Okay. Then we're just gonna put this back the way it was. Like that. Okay. Then I've got that. I like it on that little bit of chain. I'm glad I kept that on there. All right, and then I'm gonna put her down here on the bottom. Down here. That's where I want her. Now, I think I'm kind of wanting to pin her on there. So I have these little pin backs, but I don't need to, let me see. I don't need to dangle anything off of her. So I'm going to cut this like thing that you would normally like dangle something off of. I'm just going to cut that off, I think. We'll see what happens. I think I can cut it. Yeah. Whoops. Okay. And then I'm going to just turn this over and I'm going to glue it to the back of this thingy, my bobby. Does the pin back go this way or that way? Oh, it goes on that way. Yeah, it goes that way. All right, so let's glue this down, and I'm going to use the glossy accents again. Just going to set that onto there. And then after that sets up, I'll come back and I will fill the front end with the glossy accents. Okay. Man, I love the rhinestone with the thing too, but all right. Then I've got the red journal. So I was going to use the gingham, and I thought with this one, I'm just going to do like a double ribbon. So I'm going to go like that. Like so. And then let me take a little bit of this stuff and just tack it where I want it. And then go like that. And I'm going to put her, I think, at the top. And then I'm thinking I need a bow. Maybe do a lace bow. That would be kind of cute behind it. So hold one second. Let me see what I got for white lace and promises. Right? Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I do have some of this. That would be very pretty if I just did like this, like that. And then, ooh, that would be really pretty, right? Like that. All right, let me. Yeah, the gingham ribbons, fun. Okay, because this reminds me of like what would have been around a collar back then. So I think, you know, around the top of like a white collar. And I'm thinking that would be really cute at like the top of a page. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this one. I'm going to go right in between there. And then I'm going to glue this to that with the Fabri-Tac. And then I don't know if Fabri-Tac is going to work on this metal to fabric, but I think so. What I think I'm going to end up doing is I'll glue a pin to the back of her, and then I will pin it to the ribbon. Is kind of what I'm thinking. Or I could do a bail on the back. That's an option. And then I could take a bulb pin. Oops, I got these little beads running everywhere. I could take a little like safety pin and pin it, or I could stitch it. If I stitched it on, that would be cute too. So I think I'm going to do that. Is anybody making these with me? Did you pull out anything to make one? So this needs to set up. And then what I'll do okay, so I'll put these like on a tray, and then I'll fill them in with the glossy accent, and it self-domes, so it like settles, and then that way it'll look like it's behind glass. Be cute. Or if you had watch glass, you could put that in there if you had the right size. Okay, next one, she's going with that. She's going with that one, and that will, I know I need something for her. What do I have? The other one is green. I don't have time to go get. Oh, you're having an upcoming sale? Cool. Well, that's cool. All right. Do I have any? Let me see. What do I have in here? Ooh, I've got this silk ribbon. That's really pretty. And what is this? I do have like a cream colored velvet. If I did the cream colored velvet like I did the other one, and I just do it all kind of creamy, that might be creamy, be pretty. And then let me see if I can't find a better cream colored piece. Oh yeah, like that one, right? That one, that there. Let me see. So I think I'm gonna do so wrinkled. Let me turn my iron on. Yes, I iron. I iron. You hardly have any lace in your stash? Hey, Khadijah, you selling any lace at your sale? Maybe you need to dig some out for Sandra. All right, the one I want is not this one, but I want this one back here. That one. That's going to be pretty. Okay, and this thing I need to put on. I've got this. Okay, so I usually put it on my little candle warmer thingy. I don't turn the candle warmer thingy on, but I leave it on there until I need it, and that way I don't burn my tabletop. And then I will get out my crafting sheet. This thingy, because it is for heat. And what else can I put underneath? I got this little magic mat. Oh, here we go. I'll put the mouse pad under it so it'll move around better. Oh my goodness. Don't you have drawers of it? Oh my goodness. You have a couple dressers full of lace? I thought you said you didn't have any. I need to. I don't think I follow you, Sandra. I need to go in and follow you. I don't know if I do or not. I'll have to look. I don't think so, because I think they talked about you in one of our lives, but I didn't have your channel. Khadijah, do you have her channel? You could put it up in the chat. That way I can go back and grab it, because you're a mod and you can allow the links. Oh no, one of the rhinestones where I cut fell out. To put that back in. Okay, where's the front, the top part there? Hola mole, that's tiny. Oh, I know what I could use, this thingy. This is like one of those little gem picker-uppers. Where's the flat part? I can't tell the flat part from the pointy part there. That's it. Set that in there. All right. If you don't have one of these little gem picker-uppers, you need to get one because they're awesome. Okay. Set that aside. I'm going to iron my ribbon. Hazel's probably cringing. Thank you. But Hazel, it'll look so much better when it's ironed. This is why I'm doing it. However, these wrinkles probably have been in here for a few years, so I don't know how unwrinkled I'm going to get it. Probably should have maybe dampened it a little bit. Oh, well, it's better. Better than it was. I have to be careful because this is actual silk satin. If you've never had silk satin, oh my goodness, you're missing out. It's the most luxurious ribbon. It's like what they use at Tiffany's, Neiman Marcus, when you go get your little things wrapped, packages wrapped. Okay. Well, that's a little bit better than it was. So there's that. All right. Now what I want to do is, I think I'm going to do, well, I just wrinkled it. I think I'm going to do this in the back, and then I'm going to do a layer of the lace. And then I'm going to do a layer of the velvet. Thank you for putting it in there. Oh, you love ironing? Oh, I thought you hated ironing. Why did I think you didn't like ironing? I wonder who I thought you didn't like to iron. What is on this? I need a lint brush. Now I need a lint brush. Let me iron this too. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get a piece of tape out. It's a Heidi swap iron. She came out with an iron because she was doing iron-ons for scrapbooking back in the day. So, you know. And back in the day, like, I had to have all things. I don't know why. I felt like I had to have all the things, but I did. And that was one thing I do find I use a lot, believe it or not. So, okay. Let's get all this red stuff. Oh, how'd that get back on there? I just removed that. I need a little sharper scissor. Oh goodness, I got a mess here. Okay. You need a scoreboard. Yes, you need a scoreboard. The trick with the scoreboard that I learned from Carol Duvall is when you use your scoreboard and you score, you fold away from the score. So, because I was watching Carol do her scoring and she was trying to score toward the score line. If you fold away from the score line, it folds really super easy. So that was on I don't know if you guys ever watched the Carol Duvall show. My mother used to watch it all the time when I was younger. And that's how she taught how to score. She did a lot of card making on her show. So when you score, fold away from the score line. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is going to be really cute. I love just all the layers of the creamy stuff. Let's see. This is super cute. Yes. Alrighty. Then, alright, I made this part a little too long. I don't want it that long. So I'm just going to cut, because this is going in the green book and it is short. I think it's only like 7 3/4. So there's that. Let's get the little ribbon crimpy thingy out. What is this on the back? It's dark. And they are little, and don't take them. Yes, exactly. Oh my gosh. I know. Hazel is always accusing me of being the enabler for trinkets. So, that, FOMO is a real thing. Just saying. It's a real thing. Okay, so here we go. And we are going to just crimp on one side. Is that in the center? And then I'm gonna flip it over and grab on the other. Hazel blames me every time she buys any kind of little trinket. Oh God. This is true. They don't take up much space and they're fun to fill jars. You can just fill jars with them or get some little divided little boxes. All right. So there's that one. 11 the cream colored. And then I'm going to put her there. And I think I'm going to put a bail on her also. So there's that. Ah. And then I need, let's see. Am I going to do a dangle on this one? This is Carrie. Alrighty. So now all I'm going to do is, now that the bail is on, I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in, and it does self-level, but it does not, the bubbles, it doesn't, if it gets bubbles in it, just, you can take a heat tool to it and it'll knock out all the bubbles, or you can use a pin. I tend to kind of drop it a little bit on the table, and I think I'm pretty good for bubbles. I don't see any in here. So this is the trick though. Once you do that part, I have to put it on a tray because I will knock into it, drop stuff in it. I'm like the worst. That and gesso, they are my nemesis. So hold one second. I'm going to get one of these little trays. And I'm going to put that there. And I need to do this one also. So fill her. This one. And she's got a bubble. I can see it. But I think I can just get it, knock it out with a little pin or something. So if you see any bubbles, you can pop it there. That one popped fine, or you can drag it to the edge. I'm going to have to put something underneath this to level it because I have that pin back on there. What do I have that I can set under it? Maybe another pin back. Because it's all pooling to the side. Oh no, I put the pin on the wrong. Oh good, it wasn't dry yet. I put the pin on the wrong. I put the pin on the side and not the top. Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad it didn't stick yet because this way I can get it to level out. I need a little more on that side. All right, there's that. How's that one looking? That one looks good. And, oh no, that wasn't done yet. Shoot. Well, see, this is what happens to me. Still wet? Yep. Another little blob. And then I'm going to flip that over. Make sure I got to go in the right way here. And then I need something under there, like a button. Yeah, that works. Fill her in. And then this will probably take about 24 hours to set up. But then I can put them on my ribbon. So, and you can also layer glossy accents if you didn't know that. So you can put inclusions in here if you wanted to put a couple little gold flakes, some little, you know, some flakes in it. You can. So I'm just going to take my pen because I can see a little bubble. Hey, Margaret. How are you, hon? Okay. Ah, I dropped the bail off of it because I keep forgetting it's on there. Shoot. Oh. All right. I probably should have put some parchment paper on here. All right. There's that. Now I need to put the button under it so that it looks level. There. Alrighty, so those are my, I'm going to put the pin back with that one. So I remember to put the pin back on that one. So these are the back of them. So I'm going to put, I'll pin the pendant on it there when they dry. And I've got this one. So if you don't have the clamps, you don't need to. You can just layer it on some ribbon and you can just pin it. I'm going to pin that one to the top of this one, and that's going to go on a tag. This one will go in my journal, and then this one is for the green. This one's going on the Christmas one. And yeah, so that is fun. What else do I have? Let's see. Did this one set up? Probably enough to take the clamps off. So this was another option, just to do chipboard and put it on a piece of put the rhinestone around the chipboard on a sticker. And then I can dome that one out too. So I'm going to put that in here also. And I will pin this to something. I think this will end up going like on the sunbonnet, or I have a sunbonnet and I got a holly hobby. Oh, that's what I want to do. I want to do that Angela's little printable. So maybe I need to make one more. It's got a little. Oops. You can see little bubbles. You kind of have to move them around a little bit. Okay. Let me do one with Angela's printable really fast. You know what? Got this little butterfly thingy. This would make a cute one too. Do I have another one of those bails out here? I don't have another bail, but I can poke a hole in it. So hold on one second. because this is super soft metal, I'm just going to poke a little hole. And there. And I got my hole. And then I can put this on the top of some ribbon. So what's my other one? My other one is pink. Let me see if I've got that somewhere. The holly pink one. Okay. Aw. Bye, Hazel. Well, I appreciate you coming in here. And Hazel, you have a great time. And I appreciate you, Margaret, for coming in. Okay, let's see what I got in this thing. I do have some of this, like linen, which would be really cute if I do a little layered. Let me see. Do I have any pink? I need like pink fabric. Oh, I do have this. It'd be super cute. Oh my gosh, this will be cute with a little bit of green. So, do I have like a strip? A wonky strip. That's not long enough. So, let me see. If I do a little piece of fabric. I think I need to go from the thicker end. Yep. If I do this, and then I can put it on like a little piece of linen behind it, would be really cute. And then I got the whole pink and green combo going. I don't want to make it too long. I do that, and then I can take the pink. She is in a beautiful place right now, and I wish I was there because it is gorgeous. Nothing better than looking at snow-capped mountains for sure. I definitely need to come for a visit. Okay. And then I've got, oh, that'll be so cute on here. And I can use a little pin. And then I need more of like a white, with this fabric, I need more of a white, lace. So do I have like white somewhere? Everything I have right here is cream kind of colored. Hold on 2nd. Let me see if I know I've got more white. My big bin of lace is not here. I have some smaller ones. Okay, hold on. I got this. I've got small, like smaller bins that I stack up. These are awesome if you can ever find these. These are from the dollar store. These are great. They have a little handle on the top. They only come out once a year, but they are an awesome size. All right. And they stack really nice. Let's see. I've got this, which would be cute too behind that. I think that's what I'm going to use. Let me change my mind. Maybe not that one. Maybe this. And let me see what else I got in here. If I do that and then I do this over top of it. Let me look through my pink. Let me look through the pink. Oh my gosh, I've got, all right, let me see. Ooh, I have this little crocheted thing too, which would be really cute if I don't do the fabric and I just do, I don't know, do I want to just do white or do I put that on white, a little white thingy behind it? That would be cute. Okay. I need options. Do you guys audition your stuff or you just go for it? I kind of like to audition different things and then see what speaks to me. All right, so if I have that, if I do that, oh, that's not, okay, I gotta cut. I cut that off. Or I need to take it from a different spot. Let me see. All right, wait a minute. Let's see, I need this one. Okay, there, that's better. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe I need a longer piece of this, or if I layer that with the lace and then the crochet piece, and then I can just stick that and that on. That would be cute. It's an option. You auditioned too? Yes. Aw, thank you. I'm glad you're being inspired. They are fun they're fun to make. Let's see what else I got. Let me look in the pinks because maybe if I go through my pinks, I'll find something too. Instead of, although it does kind of look like it's got a little like prairie dress. I kind of do like that part. Let's see, I got a thing of pinks right here. And if you guys haven't done that where you separate out your colors, oh my goodness, it's makes crafting so much easier when you have it all done out in color. Okay, let's see. Oh, look at how this is sweet too. This trim is really pretty. It's got little flowers on it. That's super sweet. I forget what I have. I need to. Do you guys ever forget what you have? Oh my goodness. Let's see, maybe some of this back there too. Oh, and I've got this fabric in there. So I've got fabric and trim with these little like daisies. That's super cute too. Okay, hold on. I like this. Let me iron it because the wrinkles are bothering me. All right, I'm thinking I like that. And then I will pin that on there. I feel like it needs something a little bit wider. I don't know why. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try putting some of this back behind it. Because what I could do is put this going down the side of the page, maybe. And then pin that to the top of it. Oh my gosh, I'm loving that. Okay, I love that. This one's going in Holly Hobby, so it's not like it's not vintage looking. So I think that's what I'm gonna do with this one. I think I'm gonna pin it. I need to iron this straight so I can get a good straight line. See, I fold it a couple of times so I can get it straight. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put that behind it. In the meantime, I'm going to, do I want to clamp it and then pin it? I don't know. What are we thinking? Okay, or I have some look at that bauble I made. Isn't that cute? Maybe at the bottom, that would be super cute. It's silver though, and this is copper. Maybe I'll save that one for a silver one of these because I have to make another Holly Hobby one. That just was in here. Okay, so my other option is I do have, okay, I got a couple of things in here. I also have this like polka dotty stuff. This polka dot. But I think I like the little flowers. So for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do these two for now. I'm gonna stick that on the page. I am going to put, let me get a silver clamp. I'm talking to myself. Sorry. Okay. Let me get a silver. Oh, I need, okay, what if I don't do this? What if I just do that for Holly Hobby? and put a, where's Angela's little printables? And put one of these little girls in there. So I'm going to have to put like her. Oh my gosh, she's super cute. Okay. Now she's got green in her, so now I'm going back to the other green thing. Hold on one second, because I know I've got a pink and green grow green that would probably look really cute. You know you love pink and green together when you have a bin of just pink and green. Alrighty, so I have a pink and green lace, or I have a grow green. I know I do. Yep. I've got pink backs, or I also have Greek key, and I've got that, but I think that's a little more aqua. I'm kind of like in the grow green because it's like a ribbon. I think I like that. Put that behind it. Let's see, because her printable has green behind it. So let's do this and this. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna love this. I can already tell. And then that, and then I'm gonna hang the bauble off, maybe at the top, or maybe I think from the bottom. I think I like that. All right, not this. I'm going to save this one for this one, and we're going to come back to this because this one goes in. I need one for Sunbonnet Sue, or whatever her name is, the Sunbonnet girl. Okay. Yeah, I like the pink and the green. That's awesome. Okay. Now I need to, all right, I need to cut these in a little V. See, that's why we buy everything that we buy, right? Because you want options. You want options. I want options. There. Some people don't like having options because it makes it harder for them to make a decision. But I personally like to have some choices. And I am open to totally changing my, my trajectory. Okay. And it all started with finding this little bubble. That's how it changed how I went, because of one little cute little bobble. All right, so let me put her in there. And then I think I'm going to put her on a pin back. I'm going to put her on a pin back. So before I put her on the pin back, I am going to fill this in. I'm not going to do I think doing the rhinestone stuff all around it is probably a little too frou-frou. So I am just going to fill this in with the glossy accent. Okay. Set that on that tray. All right. And I'm going to keep this out because I think I'm going to like using that in that journal. Pink back. Okay. Let's clamp this down. I still need to make this one though. I've got one more to make and then I'll have all my little trinkets for my prairie girls done. Now I've got to change the size of this one out to the bigger one though. You like options too? Yeah. Well, and I think options help. You get inspired. You get inspired just even digging through it, right? Get some inspiration. Goodness, this should go in there. Yeah, because the sunbonnet one is more, I need to get rid of this little white thing. And I know I have more of that stuff in cream. And I think I'm just going to get a little silver ball pin at the bottom. I also have pink, but I think I'm going to use the silver. And I'm going to pin this little guy to the bottom of this thing. Like so. Yeah, that's gonna be cute. That'll be cute to hang off over there. And then when I put her on here, and pin her on, it'll be cute. Okay, so we are rolling now. Okay, now we have to do this one, and this one is for the sunbonnet one. So sunbonnet is cream colored, and I need to, hold on one second. Let me see what else I have over here. It's cream, but it's blue, but it's like this weird blue. Let's see. And I may have something here that'll go with it. So let's see. Got some linen. I need to take out that. I don't know why I have paper stuff in this. Oh, I can use that. That's really cute. Maybe I'll do the same thing with this that I'm going to do on mine. I love that it has the flowers. Let me take a little bit of that. And then, yeah, I don't know why I have paper. Because it must have been working on something. Yeah, because I must have been working on something because this is all blue. Maybe I was working on gathering stuff for a blue journal. I haven't been in this in a long time, since I moved. So I really don't know what's in here. Okay, that's super cute too. That little flower trim. What else? What is this thing? Oh yeah, that's forgot she's in here. Oh, and I've got little pin. I guess I just was gathering up everything blue at one point to work on because I've got paper in here. Okay, this, I've got this and that, which goes nicely with this. I'm liking that. And then I even have a milk cap and some tickets. Yeah, I definitely must have been. That's terrible. I didn't even know that all this was in here. Huh. I'm gonna have to go through it. Got a piece of blue trimmed linen. That might be nice if I do some of that with the little thing on there. And then some of that. I don't know. Then it doesn't become really like a neck pendant is what I was really going for. Something that they wore in Victorian times, but because this is Sunbonnet Sue, I don't know that necessarily I need to make that for this one. See some. Ooh, I've got this is pretty too. But see, that's more of like a purpley blue, so I think it goes better with that than a baby blue. All right, I am gonna leave it. All right. Well, I need to make a blue journal because I've got all the blue stuff all organized in. I've got prints and I've got pages and all kinds of stuff. Oh my goodness. I don't know how I'm going to get all this stuff back in here. I'm going to have to refold and revisit. Okay. Alrighty, here goes. So, I don't know that I want that linen now that I'm looking at it. I think I'm just going to go for a piece of this lace. Oh, this is perfect because it has that purple in it. I wonder if I can iron this without burning it. Yeah. That's perfect. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. So I need to cut this straight. I need my fabric scissors. They're across the room over by my sewing machine, and I didn't think I would need it. Alrighty, I'm gonna do, let's see if this will cut it. And then if I do that, I need to cut this right here. Looks like this came off of some kind of shirt or something. Let me cut that part off. Get 3 on there. See, I can cut this off right here. Like that. I do need a piece of some, I think I need, if I do a ribbon, like I did that red one. Let me see. Hold one second. Oh my gosh, I got it. This is how you get piles on the floor, you know, but I'm very particular, and I will definitely clean up. When I'm done with a project, I clean up my room and the floor, and I don't like leaving it out. I have to have it all put away, because when I come into the room the next time I work, I want to be able to just get to work. Okay, the issue is that it's maybe in the other room. Oh, lace in here. Yeah, this has a lot of lace. I don't know that I have any. Do you guys like to clean up as you go, or do you just keep making a mess and then when you get tired of looking at it, you clean it up? How do you work? I know I have blue ribbon in the big bin, so this one is gonna have to wait because I don't see any, like, I really want to do like I'm sure I have blue and white gingham in there. That would be really cute if I had a blue and white gingham. Let me see if I pulled that for the sunbonnet girl, if I pulled anything. Oh, that's weird. I pulled like a mauve color for. I pulled mauve colored stuff. Oh my gosh, that's cute too. But that does not go with anything I'm doing. Yeah, I pulled mauve. Maybe I need to look at this cover. Maybe I'm thinking it's blue, but it's not. And I'm doing all this work. Hold 1 second. Okay, where is the cover to that one? Oh no, it's got a lot of mauve, but I've got blue on it. I've got blue on this one too, but let me see. Pull this one out. Well, do I need to? I'm just going to put it in here somewhere. I do have a lot of blue, but I have both. So, and I've got this purpley color there. So it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. This is, yeah, okay. So, okay. I think what I'm going to do is I don't know. I'm not feeling inspired by this, and I think I need to go dig through my big bin of blue stuff. So on that note, I think I'm gonna call it quits. You like to clean up after every project? Yeah, that's how I am. I can't come into a cluttered room and try to create. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pin in it and I'm going to go and dig in another room where I have like all of my, I call it my craft store. I'm going to go dig in there, but I'm going to put these all together so I don't lose them. And then, yeah. Anyway, well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's live Trinket Tuesday. I usually don't go live for my Trinket Tuesday, but I wanted to get these projects done, and I knew if I did this on a video, it would be long, and yes, it was. It was 2 hours. I'm at the 2-hour mark. You're welcome. But we got a lot done, and they're fun. So if you have any kind of round thing or little beads or anything like that, make these little like Victorian kind of pendants, and really and then just get yourself some, you know, ribbon crimps and some velvet and some trim, and have some fun making these little things. Let's see, I was gonna, yeah. So what I was going for was she had this ribbon and this little pin here, and that's kind of what I was going for. And then her sister in that one picture that I popped out had, or I punched out, she had a little like a locket type thing hanging off of a ribbon. And there she is right there. Oh, that's Rose. That's her daughter. Her and Almanzo's daughter. And there she is when she was older. 1957. She died at the age of 90. She lived on the, yeah. So anyway. But yeah, they used to take ribbon and put pins on them. So that's kind of what I was going after. So I'm leaving. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you for hanging out with me. And you want to see my craft store room? Well, maybe once I get it set up, I will do a little tour. Right now, I'm awaiting another bookcase, and I'm looking for a 2-drawer wide filing cabinet. So it's legal sized depth, but the files go this way instead of this way. So that's what I'm looking for. And then once I have those two things, then I will do a craft store room tour for sure, because I'll have some. Right now I've got a bunch of bins stacked because I'm waiting for those 3 things. I need 2 low bookcases to go under a window, and I need that filing cabinet thing. So, well, once I have it, I'll definitely take you on the tour, Margaret, for sure. Thanks for hanging out with me, and thanks for joining Trinket Tuesday today, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. I wish I had my little outro song I could play for you. All right. See you later. Bye-bye.